Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if I am live. Just checking this out. Hey, there I am. And I can hear myself. Let's mute this. All right. So, welcome to the inaugural episode, the inaugural YouTube episode of the Interstate 19 report, only on TFTV, where the caps are. I'm your host, JB, and for starters, in case you're wondering why this is titled episode 24, that would be because on our normal group, Team Fitted, which was a Facebook group, I've done 23 more of these. I guess that's sort of self-explanatory, but you know, just figured I'd explain that anyway. So, yeah, so this is what we do. We have our own shows, and we talk about hats. We talk about things related to hats, all of the above. Feel free, if you're watching live, you can participate, you can comment. I'll respond in as close to real time as the lag between the phone that I'm recording this on and my computer monitor here can keep up with. So, without further ado, let's get it started. So, in case you don't know who I am, you can call me JB. That's what everyone calls me in Team Fitted. That's what you'll see me most referenced by. You might know me on social media as Interstate19. Shout out to Leon for making me the sweet hat here. And Instagram and Twitter, I am known as Interstate19. And I've been collecting caps since 1989, roughly. That was when I got my first fitted. And yeah, so next year will be my 30th anniversary of getting my very first fitted cap. You can see I've got quite the collection here. I've amassed quite a bit over the years. It started off as just a little hobby, kind of got out of control. It is what it is, you know. You understand. Everybody's got their vices. You know, some people smoke, some people do crazy amounts of cocaine and meth, depending on where you live and stuff like that. I collect caps. That's just what I do. The things I don't want to say specialize, but the hats that I have the most of, the ones that are the most prized to me, are my minor league baseball collection. I've got roughly 350, 400 minor league caps, and my vintage NHL collection. I've got, that's the one, probably the most depressing thing that's happened in the last, hey Cooper, what's going on? Welcome to the inaugural show. It sure is empty in here, alright, yeah. You are the only one watching right now, looks like. But anyway, my vintage NHL collection, that's another prized part of this monstrosity here that you see. And probably the thing over the last 2 or 3 years in the cap world that's really depressed me is the fact that New Era has lost the NHL license. That just sucks, because now you got crappy ass Adidas making hats, and that just doesn't work for me. So hopefully that gets corrected. We don't have to wait the 15 years or so it took for the NFL to pair up with New Era again. So there's that. Yeah, losing hockey was the worst. That was terrible. Schwartz, what's up? What's going on? That makes 3 watching now. I don't know who the third one is, but I know I got Cooper and I got the Schwartzster. So yeah, so a little more about me. You know, I just did my thing for all those years, just collected the caps, and then once social media kind of became a thing, kind of started to wonder, are there more people out there like me? More people, more freaks, more people who are just obsessed with this stuff. And slowly I started finding some people, got hooked up on the various social media, and yeah, next thing I know, I got the attention of some of the big players, Lids, New Era. New Era reached out to me, did an interview with me back in early 2013, which was featured on their website. That was pretty cool. I won my first lids contest in 2011. Some of you might have seen the picture. There's a picture that's all over the place. It's 3 houses ago and about a third of the collection I have now, but I still see that pop up from time to time. That was a $75 gift card I won for that. I'll get back to that in a minute. I am a member of Crew Era 13. If you don't know what Crew Era 13 is, that was a group that was selected, it was a group of 10 selected by New Era to have an all-expenses-paid fan experience back in 2013. Those are my brothers. Those are my best friends, my family. Those guys are the best, and it's an experience that you can. It still gets talked about to this day. It's been 5 years now, and yeah. So the Crew Era 13, I am one of 10. Tremendous honor, and also more recently, I was the inaugural winner of the Lids Ultimate Cap Collector contest. So it's somewhere up there. I'm not going to go get it down because I would need to get on the ladder, but I do have my my 1 of 1 Lids Ultimate Cap Collector 2017 winner fitted cap. So that's a nice little feather to put in my cap, so to speak. So yeah, so that's some of the big details. You know, I love talking about hats. Team Fitted is amazing. It's an amazing group, and it's an honor to be the first one to be doing a show on YouTube, so more people can get involved in what we're talking about. So a little more about me, though, just some of the stuff that I've learned about myself as a collector through social media comments. What have I learned about myself? So, you know, people see the pictures, they see me standing in front of this big wall, and, you know, because sometimes they have to have proof that it's actually mine and that I'm not standing in a store taking the pictures. So, you know, so over the years, I've learned that I'm fat, that I'm a virgin, that I have no life, that I live in my mom's basement, that this is photoshopped, that the pictures are taken in a hat store. I still get people who don't believe that this is actually my office here, but, you know, whatever. People who look at the pictures, I hear this one a lot, that I'm not a real fan because I have so many teams. I don't have an allegiance to a single team. And then conversely, I've heard that I'm not a real collector because I don't have insert blank team. Like at the time of that Lids contest, I didn't have any Yankees hats. I had no New York Yankees hats, and I had a bunch of people who were like, yeah, he's not a real collector because he doesn't have any Yankees hats. So it's all BS. It doesn't matter. So, you know, so whatever, you know. So that's all stuff. So, you know, oh, and also I have a face for radio and a voice for, you know, I have a lame voice, so I don't have a voice for radio, but that's cool. So I've heard it all. So, you know, I'm pretty thick-skinned, so it just rolls off. It doesn't matter. But it's all in fun. It's all in fun. I love what I do. I love this. I love the community. And glad you're all a part of it there. Yeah, Cooper would be your favorite hat store, except nothing would be for sale. That would be a problem. So, yeah, so that's pretty much all about me. Normally what I talk about on my show when I did it on Team Fitted is I would always have a segment where I would talk about the latest caps that I got, and then just basically whatever topic comes to mind. So if you're a regular viewer of all of this, you're going to get to see a lot of that. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about my latest acquisitions. So usually I have 1 or 2 hats that I've gotten over the, you know, since the last show, over the last week. And this week was no different. I got 2 new hats this week, thanks to Hat Club. Hat Club, they've really significantly stepped up their game the last year or so with the minor league, the retro minor league stuff. Right in my wheelhouse. I love the retro minor league stuff. Hat Club. I am a proud parent of a ton of hats. Probably another word that should go before ton. Yeah, I picked this one up here. the Salinas Spurs. And these guys played during the 80s, and I'd always seen pictures of this, but never actually seen one. So I was pretty stoked that they released this once. I snatched it up right away. It's beautiful, beautiful. All of Hat Club stuff, well, most of Hat Club stuff is U.S. poly, so it fits good, feels good, looks good. It's just amazing. So really happy to add this one to the stable. These guys went from, and they're not a Mets affiliate. They never were a Mets affiliate. So that's another crazy little bit of trivia, because that would be your first thought seeing that blue and orange. You know, I hope Hat Club checked with the 7-Line Army, you know, because they might have some kind of rights to this or something. I don't know. But anyway, these guys moved from Salinas to Riverside. They became the Riverside Red Wave, and then they went from Riverside to High Desert. They moved to Adelanto, where they became the High Desert Mavericks. And they were the High Desert Mavericks until 2016, and then they went back east, and now they're the Down East Wood Ducks or something. So anyway, that was one. There's Q. What's up, Q? Glad you could join. Chris, how's it going? My other new hat. So I always talk about, you know, you got to strike when the iron's hot. If you see a hat, don't sleep on it. If it's one that you want, you got to go. Because what's going to happen is you're going to go, man, I really want that hat, but I'm going to wait till this weekend. I'm just going to wait, you know. Then you go to check it out, and it's like, dang, man, they're gone. It's out. It's whatever. So I really wanted this Midland Angels hat. And I have a Midland Angels. You know, let me get this real quick. So, all right. So I have a Midland Angels hat. This is a vintage version. It's a little dusty. That's an issue I'll talk about another time too, is dust. But you know, this is an oldie. You know, you can see the tagging on the inside. I mean, this hat's 25 years old, easily. So I thought, you know what? I'd like to get a fresh one. So the Midland Rockhounds, they had, I don't know if they had a retro night or what they did, but they made these available. My boy D-Lock was gonna hook it up, going to the game. He had a problem, he couldn't go to the game that night. The hat was on the website. Boom, snatched it up, got it. Yesterday I get home, there's the box. Sweet. Open it up. Instant regret. Why? Okay, it's U.S. made. It's that cheap poly, but it's U.S. made. Yeah, I mean, first off, you see the difference there? I don't know if it's showing up. Let me check. Let me wait for the video to catch up here. Yeah, there you go. So you see the difference in the state in Texas there? The original one is more of a royal blue, and this one is more of a navy, the new one. So that was one. But I don't know if you can see it, but if you check it out, let me wait for the video to catch up to make sure that I'm holding it appropriately. Yeah, I guess that works. Look at the base of the M. I mean, if you can't see that right off the bat, you can't see that M is crooked. Yeah, so that's what jumped, not even the navy blue. The fact that the logo was crooked jumped out at me immediately, and so I was like, yeah, this is going back. So I fire off an email to the team basically explaining, I want to return this hat, the logo's not centered properly. I know it's a limited edition item, so I'm not going to hold out hope that I'm going to get another one, which I didn't want another one anyway because of the color difference. I want a refund. So I get an email this morning from the dude, and he says, please send a photo of the front of your hat. Just checked. The only 6 hats we have left in stock, and all are perfectly centered. If yours is indeed off-center, you can send the cap back. Alright, so basically what you're telling me is that you don't believe me. And that's how I translated that. You know, it's like, okay, this guy, you know, this never happens. My God, logos, there's never an issue with the logos. So rather than take his complaint seriously, I'm going to go look at the other 6 caps I have in stock. And if those are all good, I'm going to assume this guy's are good. So, all right, that's cool. So I take a picture. In fact, I took 2 pictures, fired them off to the dude. I get an email back, and he says, thanks for sending the photo. I understand the appearance of the logo being off-center due to the M not being in the exact center of the logo. Please feel free to measure from the far left and right of the embroidery, and you will find that the edges are the same distance from the center of the cap. If you're still unsatisfied, say blah, blah, blah. Okay, so basically, dude is like telling me to get out a ruler, and if I measure from one edge to the center, I will see that the logo is indeed centered. And I'm like, are we even looking at the same cap? I mean, how does homie not look at this and right away not see the issue? I mean, this is like the Leaning Tower of Midland bad. I mean, it's like, you know, I mean, if you want to wear your hat, you know, you want to wear your hat like this or something, you know, yeah, maybe then it'll be centered. But yeah, no. So I emailed him back, and I'm like, look, man, check out the base of the M. I mean, it's pretty obvious, whatever. So yeah, so this one's going back. Not happy with it. It's done. Yeah, so that was pretty much the big excitement that I had today. But those are the 2 caps that I got this week. I don't really have anything. I don't have anything in the pipe right now coming down. Nothing I've ordered or anything. The wife, she starts seeing a lot of boxes. You all know how that works. Yeah, so there's that. So I want to get back to something, just in all seriousness, that I want to talk about. And I had a blog that I ran, that I posted on sporadically back, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Maybe not even that long, but I had a blog post, and you know, to those of you who know me, who have gotten to know me, who've seen some of the stuff that I've written, or maybe seen some of the stuff some of the videos that I've posted or whatnot, you know my feelings on this. But if you're new and you've never seen me before, but you're into cap collecting, and maybe you're thinking, you know, I only got 10 hats, you know. I love collecting hats, but man, I'm just not, I'm not in that league, you know. So I drafted something that I called it the Cap Collector's Creed. And I'm not going to read it verbatim, but I'm just going to give you the gist of it, because this is how I sincerely feel about cap collecting. And that's basically, it doesn't matter if you have 8 caps, if you have 800 caps, or if you've got 2,800 caps. If you love what you collect, if you love that hat, if there's nothing that excites you more than going into a store or opening a box or whatever and pulling out that new fitted, if that's your drug, if that's your thrill, then who cares, man? Who cares what other people think? Who cares what they have to say about you? I heard that a lot, you know, especially last year. Well, during the Crew Era 13 trip also, once we got back from that, we heard a lot of people saying things like, you know, well, why did that guy get to go? I have more hats than that. I've got 2,000 hats. Why can't I go? I mean, there was tons of that. Everybody felt they're better because they have a bigger collection or whatnot, you know. I'm trying to belittle people that have not as many hats, you know. And it's like, it doesn't matter. You know, this is what I'm passionate about. This is what I do. But if you're out there and you've got 5 hats, or you've got, you know, 20 hats, I see this on Instagram a lot. People will say, oh, I only got 15 hats. I'm not in your league, but you know, I want to be someday. You know what? Don't even sweat it. You may have those 15 hats, but you love it. You love those hats, and maybe each one of those hats has a significance to you. There's something important about that hat. And that's awesome. That's a beautiful thing. So collecting caps, to me, there's nothing better. There's nothing better, you know. Yeah, do I own hats of teams that I don't like? Yeah. Not all of them. There are two teams I can think of that I know that I don't have a hat of. One I will never own a hat of. That's just personal taste. But yeah, you know, I mean, I'm a Colorado Rockies fan. You know, I got over 150 Colorado Rockies caps. But you know what? Sometimes I might want to throw on a Diamondbacks cap. I might want to wear one of my Yankees caps. I might want to wear a Mariners cap or a Brewers cap or a Padres cap. I mean, I got a lot of cool caps, you know, and that's just what I love to do. And it's honestly none of anybody's business to tell you that you're not a true collector. You're not a good collector. You're a horrible human being because of reasons X, Y, and Z. So you know what? Screw them. You love the caps. You wear the caps. You're a collector. Plain and simple. So that's it. That's the creed. So live it. What's up, Kenny from the Fitted group on Facebook? Hey, yeah, the group I just joined. I can't think of the name of it. I'm sorry, man. That's rude. But yeah, the one I just joined. That's cool, and you guys got a cool group over there. Lots of good stuff. Glad to see you joining. Glad to see you aboard here. Thank you. Yes, 5950 Fitted Society. Sorry, man. Old age. It's the old age. You know, I come across as a snob. I got a terrible memory. It's part of the me being old. Oh, I forgot to put that one in. I had my list of things that people say are wrong with me. Fat, virgin. I forgot old. I'm old. That's the other thing. You know. But hey, when you know, you've been collecting since the 80s. Whatever. So, welcome. Glad you're here. Now I got 5 people watching. But that's pretty much all I got for the introductory episode. It's sad, but normally when I do these on the Team Fitted page, I ramble on for 45 minutes to an hour, and I get tired of hearing the sound of my own voice. And right now I'm just over 20 minutes, so I think I'm gonna keep it short. So thank you for coming aboard. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube adventure here with Team Fitted TV. And you know, I gotta give a shout out to Chicago Joe for basically kind of sort of putting this all together. I mean, it was a team effort, but we've been talking about doing this for a while, and it's just awesome that it's finally actually happening, you know. So we have all this awesome content confined in this little teeny space, and now we can finally get it out a little bit further. So I want to give a shout out to him and everybody else that had to do with putting this channel together here. If you like the content, if you want to see more, I'm not going to be the only one posting here. We got a lot of other great hosts, some great shows. If you saw the little promo that we had there that was put out, there's all kinds of good stuff that's going to come here. So subscribe. We got, I think I saw 38 subscribers. We can get those numbers up. So that's it. Check out our other great shows. Tomorrow, Worst Collection Wednesdays with Chicago Joe. His show is amazing. He doesn't show off a lot of hats, ironically enough, but dude is hardcore. I mean, he's all over the game. He's got hats, he's got sneakers. He's just a great host. I love watching his shows. You will too. Thursday, Swartz Day Thursdays with Brett Swartz. He's going to give you all the cap news. He's going to tell you all the new stuff that's coming out. He's going to talk about stuff that's just come out. He's going to tell you things you didn't even think you needed to know about hats. That's how good his stuff is. I seem to be frozen here on my screen. I don't know why. I look like this right now. I hope I don't look like that. There I go. Okay, now I'm caught up. And then Friday. Friday is the flagship, the Big Dave Show. With the homie Big Dave, live from the mean streets of Houston. he's the one that started this. He's the one that started doing the shows. He had a regular show on Team Fitted. He's an inspiration to me. He's an inspiration to a lot of people. Big Dave's just cool. You got to tune in and check out Big Dave. Then Q, our man Q, the other Brett, he's got a show he's going to be doing periodically on Sundays, I believe. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that as well. Sorry, technical issues. That's going to look sweet on the playback. There it goes. Hey, that's pretty cool. Whoa. Yeah, so check that out too. Plus, there's a whole lot of other cool content that's going to be coming out too. And, yeah, and then back to Monday. Last night was supposed to be D-Lock's locker room talk, but we had some technical issues. Couldn't get it all running in time. So check him out next Monday. He comes from Texas as well. Texas is big represented right now in Team Fitted, so we got to mix that up a little bit. So, you know, got some West Coast here. And, yeah, so that's it. And then back to me on Tuesdays. And I don't like to brag. I haven't missed a week. This is 24 consecutive weeks I've done something on Tuesday. I was on vacation, and I went live from Ogden, Utah. That's how dedicated I am to doing this. So, that's it. So thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you next time. Hope to see you often. And please subscribe, make some comments. I didn't really pay attention to the comments. I should have done. I'll do better. I'll do better, I promise. And that's it. Thanks for watching Team Fitted TV, where the caps are. Check out this move.